You start from your Jerusalem. So if you don't want to learn anything, your Jerusalem is a problem. So once in a while we come and we share some little testimony so as to encourage you, all right, not as to boast, to tell you that there is value about what we are teaching. Some of the things we are teaching, it took us years to learn it. Years. And we are still learning. When I was going to get involved in teaching master class, business class, I said to myself, the people I'm teaching are not pastors. They are people working in the marketplace. They are people working in corporate enterprise. How will somebody like me now, a pastor, just stand there and open Bible and say, I'm teaching master class? In order to justify that action, I prayed and then I started going to schools that will help me and prepare me to teach people in the future. If not, I will not be bold to stand here. And you know where I started from? From Apostle. He was teaching, he was one of the earliest pastors who started teaching on business school, business. In fact, we used to hold business meeting every end of the month. Business meeting, he'll be teaching it. Some pastors in town were hungry, but we were learning. And among the people that we are learning, even from inside the church here, we were less than 10% inside the church learning. Anything that has to do with teaching, morning, people are absent. More people are present to collect than to learn. Sir, if you keep collecting, your life will never improve until you learn. Go and see every collector. Every collector amounts to nothing. The one giving you is climbing staircases. The one giving you is going up. And what can you imagine now? That our program Alive to be collecting from Apostle. All that. And if he doesn't give me, when your giver does not give you, you develop bitterness against him. You start hating him. In fact, you start gossiping him. You start imagining that something evil should happen to him. You have made him your giver. So long ago, I picked those teachings. I started learning from my Jerusalem. Then I could learn from some other people like Dr. Mike Murdoch, Sam Adeyemi. There was a foundation to connect. In my bid of looking forward that I will be teaching masterclass, I also went into school. I had to undergo schooling to qualify not just spiritually but intellectually to teach what we are teaching now. So that whatever you are learning now, you can compare it to anywhere. And I'm bold to say anywhere in the world, and you will still get a good quality of what we are teaching here. That's why we also try to go to all those schools. Not because we want to use the certificate to work. Oh. No. I'm not sure any institution can employ me that I will sit down. I won't have the time. So I went to the school, I was learning. In the days when I was a young pastor and there wasn't much work to do, rather than sit down and be doing pastoral gossiping, you will never find me. Pastoral Ludo, you won't find me there. Pastoral film, you won't find me there. I devoted my time to learn inside this ministry. Quietly. I was learning quietly. I am telling you, people are not aware. Not even Apostle. It was later I was telling him. I was learning quietly. There wasn't much work to do as a pastor. We were many. The number of those of us who were pastors in Zion here, we are many. At that time, Dr. Fagbemi was a pastor with us here. Mrs. Fagbemi was with us here. Pastor Paul Adeyemo was with us here. His wife was with us here. Pastor Boyega was with us here. Do you understand what I'm saying? All of them were all seated here. Dr. Dan was with us as pastor. They used to sit down in that children's church. That's our church. Pastor is like 30% of the congregation. All these people have said they are sitting down like this. Which day will your own tongue come to preach? And anywhere Apostle goes to, he used to travel, even if he's to return. Sometimes he will return 5 a.m. and enter church 7:30. So me, I was going to Quarry and Permanent Site, but I was studying without telling anybody. Within that frame of time, I was studying. That's when I did most of those schooling. By the time I finished some of the studies I was doing, maybe only my wife is aware of my studies, 70%, not even 100%. By the time I was done with some of the studies I was doing, I discovered that I had done and acquired certificate, intellectual certificate, like 21. I got 5 from Germany. I got 5 from United Nations, United States Institute of Peace. I was just acquiring like that. I got 1 certificate from Harvard. I got from University of Maryland. I was doing nothing. All the money I have, and I just left it. Now, those learning have helped me. One of the courses I did under United Nations School was Mission Impossible. It's a course, Mission Impossible. I did one on entrepreneurship, innovative thinking. I did courses like that. So that when I stand before young people to teach, you will not say, like one person told me, he said, Pastor, you don't understand. You are a pastor. I say, no, I'm a pastor, but I've done a little bit. A little. What I've done now is little. It's little. It's little. I did a curriculum design for a university in town here one day. And the university authority said, who did this curriculum design? Free. I gave it to them. I sent Pastor Edison to give them. Oh, they said to me, they want to see me. I said, no, I will not come. Then the registrar is my friend. He said to me, send us your certificate. This thing you have written, let's be sure. Let's look at your CV and your certificate. So I called Pastor Edison. If he's here, you ask him. I carry my certificate. I have one bag, like the black, his certificate inside. I gave him. I said, go and give them. He carried that certificate. When he got there, they went through the certificate. They didn't see me. They gave me employment letter. Without seeing me. They saw my and gave me employment. I'm telling you. If you see Mrs. Eze, ask her. She saw me there one day when they were doing accreditation. NUC came to do accreditation. Then they called me to represent the VC and sit down where the VC is sitting down to defend the policy and what the university is doing. And we got the accreditation. They invited me the second time for accreditation. NUC was coming from Lagos. I was there. I did my presentation. 3 of us with the whole team. We were accredited again. After some time, they wrote me a letter and appointed me as dean of postgraduate school. I said, my face is representing a strong institution. If it starts representing your university, there will be a problem. I shared some with Pastor Abdul. My basic salary was 540,000 naira. I never collected a dime till today. I told them it's not possible. Can I tell you? That same man, I was telling Pastor Abdul, they called me last week and gave me another appointment without taking the first one. So you sit down here, you say you will not learn. You sit down here, you say there is no job. No, it's not that there's no job. You are the one that you are not qualified enough. And we are talking about strong Islamic hold. People that 95% are Muslim, but they know you are a Christian and they still want you. So if we sit down here and we are teaching, pay attention. Don't run up and down like this. Money does not flow up and down. It doesn't flow. It flows in the direction of wisdom, direction of favor, direction of thinking, and in the direction of one we are talking about today, divine connection. Or else you will spend your time going like this, going up and down, and you'll be asking yourself, why is everything I'm doing not cumulating to anything? This evening now, we just finished a meeting. They invited me for a meeting in Rutgers University, United States of America. We just finished a meeting now where I did a presentation. We just finished a meeting now. We just finished a meeting. Now. At a point I was disconnected. As I was connecting back, the professor said, let's allow Professor Babatunde to make his final statement. I was giving an illustration. Those simple illustrations we teach here It's there, it's documented. I finished my own presentation. The whole of those people attending, they were all clapping to the glory of God. They were clapping. Everybody was clapping. Some were sending emoji like that. They were clapping. It's the same thing we are teaching here that some people are never available to learn. That those ones now are clapping. Rutgers University, United States of America, they are clapping. So it is not for lack of where to go that is our problem. It's a passion to stay in this land and teach the younger generation, not lack of where to go. If I tell you some of my stories and some of what God has helped me to do, you will jump out of this window. There are some we cannot tell people. We just keep quiet like nothing is happening. But once in a while, we need to share some things to let you know that the teachings are producing tremendous result. Tremendous result. The same thing that we're all learning here. So if you don't sit down here to learn, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I generate the light I'm using now to run my guest house. I generate it. I don't run on NEPA light. I generate my own light to run everything we are doing now. Everything. TV station, everything. We don't use NEPA light. Ask the people that works there. We don't use NEPA light. Recently, we got another collaboration, international one. Sir, except you don't want to learn. You will if you are not learning, you will be the one that will be angry. You'll be hearing testimony, you'll be angry. You'll not sleep in the night. Because you are not learning. I will keep learning. I don't use NEPA light. We don't use generator. We don't use generator. We generate our own light that we are using. That powers air conditions. So everything we are trying to teach here, we are not telling you what cannot work. The same thing as I have received and I have learned from Apostle, I'm still learning every Sunday. The man is teaching. We have posted it. People will not join. He's still teaching. Sir, I'm joining. Last Sunday, I was still there. If you check his teaching, we are not more than 10 there. How can you say you are in a ministry? You love a man. Some people are even saying from beginning of ministry, they have been there. Before foundation of ministry. Yet the man they love is teaching. They are never there. What kind of love is that? What kind of loyalty is that? Every day that man is teaching, Apostle. Most of our leaders here, they are never there. They don't even attend. They never attend. The same thing with most of you here. You don't attend. We post it. Benga, we post. You don't attend. But you see me, I attend. Those who don't value their Jerusalem will not matter in their Judea. I'm telling you the truth. Those who don't value their Jerusalem, that all you are looking for on TikTok, social media, is one big preacher that doesn't know your father or your grandfather. The one that knows you, self, you are not present to learn. That's why poverty is sinking us and dealing with us. See, some of you now have heat rashes. I stay in air condition. Well, I don't have heat rashes. I don't have heat. I stay in air. My waters are chilled. My drinks are chilled. The AC is pouring on my head like this. It splits. See my head is bald. I don't feel. When I feel pain, it's your pain I'm feeling. So we are here teaching every time. You are looking like this. Some people will never be present. You teach, then you pray. You see, prayer will solve every problem. What did I say? It will solve every problem. So this evening, divine connection. Somebody say divine connection. If you have problem, it is because God has not linked you with the right person. Or God showed you where to link and you refuse to link. God showed you where to link. You know the man that is giving me so many platforms in this town, his trouser doesn't reach ground like this. He's a Islamic fanatics. This is how their trousers are. But every time something good is happening, they will. the Lord. The place of God. The God we are talking about every Sunday and Wednesday here. When we are praying, don't you see the way I used to pray? Do you see me every time I'm praying? Do you ever see me praying, putting my hand in my pocket like this and doing like shabadabadabada? Do you see as I used to pray? Do you see as I used to dance when they are dancing? All my hope and trust is God. That's why I don't fear anybody. No man can do me anything. People have ganged up against me. Pastors have ganged up against me. It didn't work. No man can do me anything. When it's time to pray, I pray. When it's time to give, I give. When it's time to dance, I dance. When it's time to sing, my vocal voice. God is everything that I have. That God can connect you to people who hate you to help you. To people who what? To help you. Don't play with God, though. You can play with every other person, but don't play with God. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. You can play with every other person, but don't play with God. You can I've seen connection. Muslims, staunch Muslims, and they say no, it's him we are going for. They say no, he say it's him we are going for. Divine connection. Let's start from where we stopped the last time. 1 Samuel chapter 10. I need a better mic so I can preach a little bit and pray. Every time we are gathering, please come and gather. Don't mind any stupid person in this church that will tell you that the church. Don't mind them. I call them stupid people. And let them show us their results. There are some who weakens others from going to church to learn. Tell them to show you their report card. What they are doing. The church they are going. I met one the other day. I say, we are learning here. Why are you not here? He says he's now married. I say, I say, you must be the first to marry in your generation. So all the people that are here today now, they are not married. That's why you see some people will keep flying. And the others will keep complaining. 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 1. 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 1. Divine connection. Don't worry, next week I'll bring my own mic. So God connected Samuel with Saul. It was by reason of that connection that Saul could fulfill his destiny. Samuel took a vial of oil before that time in chapter 9. It was a donkey. He was looking for donkeys. And then God linked him with Samuel. May God link you with people that will help you fulfill your destiny in the name of Jesus. If Samuel didn't find Saul and Saul didn't find Samuel, these things will not come to pass. Chapter 9, he was just going around. He's looking. What is he looking for? His donkey is looking for. Look at a man that left his house that they sent to look for donkey. He returned as someone that has been anointed as a king. An ordinary person. An ordinary person that left his house. An ordinary person that left his house. But God connected him to a prophet. And if he had despised that prophet, he would have remained as Saul, looking after donkeys. God connected him. So God is in the business of connecting people. How does God connect people? Number one, he connects us prophetically by divine instruction. When you live here today, you will find 1 Samuel chapter 10. God connects us prophetically. Prophetically. 1 Samuel chapter 9 verse 15 to 17. Run with me so that we can drive this meeting to a place of prayer. Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear a day before Saul came, saying, verse 16, saying, today is today. Where's glory? Look for the Bible and be reading for me so that we can move. Look like many things are fighting against our meeting today. tomorrow about this time I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin, and thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people Israel, that he may set my people out of the hand of the Philistines. For I will look upon my people, because their cry is come unto me. Verse 17, quickly. Glory is busy with baby. Who can help me and pick a screen and pick a mic and be ready, so that we are not going the route of these guys today. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, behold, the man whom I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people. So prophetically, God connects you by instruction. Acts chapter 9 verse 10, from verse 10. Acts chapter 9 from verse 10. And there was a certain disciple at Damascus named Ananias. And to him said the Lord in a vision, Ananias. And he said, behold, I am here. Ananias was in his house, and then the Lord appeared unto him. The Lord spoke unto him, verse 11, in his house. And the Lord said unto him, arise, go into the street which is called Straight, and inquire in the house of Judah for one called Saul of Tarsus. For behold, he prayed. Leave your house and go to another man's place. His name is called Saul of Tarsus. So you can be connected, divine connection, via prophetic instruction. An instruction comes to you and says, do this, do this, do this, prophetically, and you are connected. Let me tell you, if you miss your connection in life, you will go through horror. You will go through pain. You will carry burden that will give you headache that will nearly kill you. When you miss people who are meant to connect you in life. This meeting that we just finished now is an I do two types of meeting: intellectual meeting and spiritual meeting. That's all. And our ministry, Zion, permits it. One of the things we do in Zion is school. We have schools. So I'm not doing anything outside the ministry. The ministry permits it. One of those who connected me, it came, via some mysterious way like that. It was through one man, and then that link. That link has opened up for a lot of people. I brought in Femi into the place. I brought in Pastor Chima. There are people I brought in that are in that virtual exchange today from this church. At the time, Abraham too was inside. From inside this church. Because when it's good for us, we don't hide it. We bring other people in. Connection. Divine connection. Number two, how does God connect people? Through your assignment. You must have an assignment. If you don't have anything you are doing for God, how is God? Who is God going to connect you from? Let your business be linked to an assignment in God. The reason for that work is not just for you and your family. The reason for that education is not for you and your family alone. The reason for everything you are doing now, find a way to put God inside.